Hello students, good evening. So we are meeting yet another class for the yet another concepts. It's all about the sales letter. Okay, so probably every one of you will be looking for a career in sales field, and definitely when you are into any organization, you are supposed to meet the customer maybe in person, or you may be asked to deal with them through any correspondence or through any sales letter form. Okay, so in that regard, as a MBA students, you should be able to draft a letter, so that will be much more persuasive. So normally a sales letter, it's all about a communication letter only. You are communicating about your product, you are communicating about your company, and you are communicating about the various what are the steps you are going to take up. Indirectly you are promoting your product through this sales letter. Okay, so when you are drafting such a sales letter, you should ensure that that sales letter gives you the expected results. Okay, ultimate purpose of any sales letter is to get the order, to get the, to make the customer to buy the particular product, to make them to put into action. Okay, so initiating action in order to make the purchase the particular product. So that is the core crux, or that is the core objectives of your sales letter. So in that sense, how, what are the components you should focus on? So what is sales letter all about it, that we have to know about it. So as repeatedly we are saying about that, any letter or any business communication letter, you should ensure that the different components, what are the components you have discussed about a particular letter, you should ensure it should be there. And apart from that, when you are going for the sales letter, certain things should be concentrated on this particular thing. Okay. Now let us see what is sales letter, and what are the different components we have to focus on when you're writing a sales letter. Right. Sales efforts are the lifeblood for any organization. I told you already that. So all other functions, it is a expenditure function. But the only the function which gives you the revenue or which gives you the profit is nothing about the sales activity. So sales efforts are the lifeblood for any organization. Every business organization exists to make profit, and it is made possible by the sales function only. Okay, so that is the ultimate, that is the final punch. We say it, no. So that is the sales function. With increasing competition in the industry and market, the publicity advertisement play a major role in the promoting the products. So normally, I told you already that your product may be good, your price may be good, the product may be available everywhere, but unless otherwise your product is being promoted properly, and there is no chance of sales of your product. So if at all you want to promote your product, you should apply certain innovative and what I'm saying, convincing methods in order to pursue the customer that your product is better than the competitor's product. Okay, so when you come to for this promotional activity, sales letters also one of the tools that you can use to promote your product. So what is sales letter? So when you talk about the meaning of sales letters are the part of the promotional efforts of the company. Sales letters are sometimes referred to as persuasive messages, since they persuade or convince the receiver to buy a product or service. Okay, so what are the product you are selling? What are the service you are offering? You should ensure that whenever you are sending a letter, when you are sending this a persuasive message or the convincing letter, should ensure that the result should be that the customer should initiate the process to buy your product or service. In such a way, you can use this particular tool. Okay, so when you are drafting such a sales letter, what are the tips, what are the, what I say, techniques, or what are the points you have to focus on, that you have to ensure? So we are going to have some 10 to 12 points that will be helpful for us to draft a Pakka sales letter, so that you can get the orders immediately. Right. See here, the first tip is the sales letter should promote the products or service offered by the market. So that should be the crux of any sales letter. Okay. So in sales letter, you should not use it as a circular letter, or you can use it as some other letters. You will be sending so much letters now. The last class we have seen about the circular letter, where you want to give information to the white mass, and so you are just passing some information to the people. That is different story. But though you here also you're passing some information, but this letter's intention is to make the customer to buy the product. That is, you are trying to promote your product among the customers. Okay, so the content of the letter should be educative, informative, persuasive. Right. So any sales letter, that content should be educative, informative, and persuasive. You take any sales promotion tool, or you take any advertisement. So what is the purpose of advertisement? This is all about it. They mean advertisements may meant for educating the customer, or that will be passing some information to the customer, that is informative role, or that will try to convince or persuade the customers, persuade the audience. That is the purpose of any advertisement, right? So like advertisement, the sales letters also doing the exactly same purpose. Okay, so they can be educative, they can be informative, and they can be persuasive. It must be. Okay, if it is not educative, if it is not informative, it is not persuasive, definitely you cannot promote your product among your customers. Because only when you are focusing on these three elements, the customers will be convinced, the reader will be convinced that your product is better than the competitor's product. Okay, so then always see to that sales letters are begin with something that attract the reader to the read further. And we have seen about the AIDA formula: attention, interest, desire, and action formula, right? So whenever you're starting a sales letter, because you're going to give a lot of information, you're going to, the sales letter may run to 1 or 2 pages also. So it may consist of so many paragraphs. But normally a reader will not be interested to go through every paragraph, right? Though they need of information, though you're providing all the information, but unless otherwise, at the first instance itself, if the reader is not convinced to read your text further, read your information further, your total sales efforts may go vain. Okay, so when you are starting the sales letter, always see to that you are coming with a punchline. So normally you could have seen a lot of advertisement with some punchline or AIDA concept, right? So they'll be coming with the RD offer, 0% interest. Today is the last date. Don't read this advertisement. Something big. Okay, they'll be coming with a lot of punching lines. Okay, so that may be attracting things to the reader to go through the further content much more with it is a little more interest and desire. Okay, and the beginning light must be attention drawing once with the striking appealing. Okay, so it should not be something like order that I read for that. It should not be just like blah blah blah. It should be something like that. Okay, so it must motivate, or it must make the person to have some lot of desire to go through the further offer. Okay, so that's why when you see all the advertisement copies, no, the first one will be much more striking, appealing. You take any example, that will be doing so. So apply the AIDA formula to start your sales setup. And always the sales setup will be more effective if they are more personalized. Okay, so you cannot have a standardized form of sales letter. Just as you cannot pass the general information, or I mean, as though you are addressing to the general public, you should not do so. If at all you are focusing on the, say, I mean, households or housewives, and the sales letter should be addressing, and it must be most personal towards the housewives. How you are starting it, how you are addressing it, and how you are promoting the product, how you are talking about the features, benefits. Everything must be circling towards the housewife segment. Suppose you are focusing on the office people now, it must be drafted accordingly. If you're focusing on college students now, it must be drafted accordingly. Right. So here I'm not saying that you have to write individual letters, but rather than by segment wise, you can go for it. Okay. So taking some little efforts, make your sales letter much more impactful one. Okay. So if you fail to do so, so if a reader he perceives that it is not meant for him, or it is meant for everybody, definitely the impact of sales letter may not be that much. Okay, so see to that it is being you are offering the personalized sales letter. Then once you have gone for it, first you have to create the interest. See to that you are going for personalized letter. Then slowly you have to build the interest in the next paragraph. Right. So first one is the striking, appealing. You stop the reader. You stop the reader. You made him to go for further. But once you started to read the further, always shoot to that. So you are creating the interest. You are building the interest with the reader's mind. Unless otherwise you do it so, definitely in due course of time he may lose the interest and he may not tend to go further. You understand that? So that is how. So the subsequent line should be build the interest of the readers by providing additional details. And in sales letter, always emphasize the benefits rather than the features. Normally, whenever you say, I mean, if you see the most experienced marketing expert, no. So what they will do now, they will never talk about the features of the product. They always talk about the benefit of the product. Even when you're going to buy a cell phone, no, if you say that side is a 2 GB RAM, this is a megapixel, that this now, the customer may lose the interest because there is a Greek and Latin for them. They don't understand it. But if you say that, so you can take too many pictures, sir, it can store like anything. You can store 100 films over it. Okay, so you're talking about the GB, you're talking about the RAM, but instead of talking about the features over it, if you're talking about the benefits, what the features can give to the or benefit, what the benefit that particular feature give to the customer. If you focus on that, certainly the impact will be much more. So likewise in sales setups also, when you're talking about your product, when you're talking about the services, see to that you are talking about the benefits what your product is offering to them. What's extra, I mean, what I'm saying, rather than the features, you have to talk about the benefits. That is the idea over it. Okay, then when you are making such a claims, when you're saying that, so these are the benefits you're going to get it, you will be satisfied like this, you'll be enjoying like this, you'll be getting the happiness, joyful. You can say anything over it, but what is the evidence? That is why you have to focus on the next things. That's why a lot of testimonials or credentials will be given in a particular sales letter. They say that this customer is saying like this housewife is saying like this. You could have seen a lot of advertisement. The testimonials plays a major crucial role. Okay, so here you have to, whatever the claims you are making in the sales letter, see to that you are providing reliable evidence also. imaginative evidences, you should not go for it. Reliable evidences, if you're providing it, the testimony you could be able to provide it now, so the impact of the sales letter will be much more higher, right? Then at the end of the sales letter, always try to summarize the benefits you have stated. So in the different parts, you could have mentioned different benefits at different points, but in a crux, in a nutshell, at the end, you have to summarize so and so. So this is our product. This is the benefits we are going to give you. That, this, and all. Try to put in a crux. Again, don't go for elongate. I mean, don't go for more explanatory concept. Don't repeat the same thing over here. Rather than put in a nutshell and try to conclude the letter. And at last, any sales letter will be concluding with the action initiating concept, action initiating component. Okay, so without that, you should not conclude your sales letter. You are taking a lot of efforts, you are taking a lot of spending so much of money to reach the customer and preparing this material, other things and all. But what is the purpose? Ultimate purpose is to get the sales, to get the products to be sold, isn't it? So for that purpose, you have to initiate that action. That action also must be more feasible and easy one. Okay, so that's why you could have seen that at the end of any advertisement copy or sales letter copy, they'll be talking about the just call now. Call now, they'll be given toll-free number. Just you cut this coupon and send it to us. Okay, instead of that, if you just say them, okay, go to our website. In the website, you can see our thing. You just read it, summarize it, and prepare your content, then send it to us. Then the things will be over. Now, that is not so easy concept. You understand what I'm saying? So instead of what are the things easy to the customers, that must be the action initiating component. Okay, so you have to apply the AIDA formula. You have to make the sales in a much more a personalized one, and you have to sustain the interest. You have to talk about the benefits rather than the futures, and you have, for that we have to give the reliable evidences to the people. At last, you have to summarize the benefits, and at last you have to initiate the action, and that action also must be more feasible and easy one. Okay, friends. So this is what just I want to share with you here. And if any questions are there, you just put it across the Google Classroom, and we can have the discussion. So a sample sales letter is given at the Google Classroom itself, that will be posted over there. And see to that, you go through it. And if at all you're having any doubt over that, then come with it. At the end of the week, I'll give you the assignment for this. Then you can make the submission. Okay. So thank you, students. We will meet in the next class. Thank you.